All right, Meow. Hope everyone has been having a good Tuesday, that the weather hasn't been too problematic for you. It turns out we have farmed aquatic scourge in the past because I did have the seafood, which means we don't need to set up a shark fin farm yet. I probably will need to later because there's several guns that need shark fins. I hope everyone is doing well this Tuesday. So in light of not needing to do the shark stuff, we're going to continue farming up enough cryogenic ore to make cryogen bars, and then I think that'll get me a full set of dataless armor. Then I'm gonna want to set up a farm / arena for Skeletron Prime, fight him, then we'll be getting ready for the jungle because after that is Plantera. VOD friends, lurkers, I hope everyone is doing well. I wouldn't be able to do this without you all, so thank you for being here. We'll also be looking at Palace Cats, as you know, as is tradition. Haven't seen any new photos of them yet, but worst case, we can always just, look at the ones I currently have in my folder, and that'll be good enough. All right, there we go, that's fine. I think I'm probably gonna fight Skeletron Prime as a ranged build because I don't have the items to make a certain melee weapon I would normally use, and I don't feel like going onto my other character and grabbing it, So we haven't used it yet. I do have it. It's the Frostbite Blaster, which I think technically you can buy from the Archmage, and it does hit multiple segments of the boss, so it's not a bunch of segments like the worm, but Skeletron has the head and the hands. So if I line up my shots, I can technically hit all three at once. All right, let's get into what we're here for. So yeah, let's see how much cryo I need in order to actually make the armor. All right. We need a total of... All right. We actually don't need that much. I can probably do this, and since we are going to go ranged, it's going to be dataless headgear, dataless breastplate, dataless leggings, and we only need Essence of Illum and Cryonic Bar. So that'll get us where we need to. All right, so that's gonna be Illum, Cryonic Bar. This does build into something, but it builds into a rogue weapon, and I'm not a rogue because stealth doesn't matter on bosses, especially when it's only you in the, in the world. It is a hard boss, so I probably will end up using the Permafrost Concoction, which acts as like a mini revive. We already have turtle shells, so I don't need another one of those. I don't need this because I'm not fighting a cold boss. Alright, what else? Okay, I think that's all we need for the dataless armor. I'm not sure where I'm actually going to fight the boss. We'll suss that out when we get there. Okay, so yes, because there's only one breastplate. The difference is the helmet. So yeah, breastplate. We want range. So that would be headgear. Whenever I think of headgear, I think of the really antiquated way of doing braces where you have to wear like a thing over your head and around the back of your head, and it's just antiquated as fuck. Okay, and then it was pants. Yeah, okay. I believe I am gonna take a defense hit, but it'll probably be worth it because I need damage. I like to leave Skeletron Prime for last because of the 3 mechanical bosses, the twins, the Destroyer, and Skeletron Prime. He is the hardest. Okay, so let's see what else we have. No. 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 I mean, maybe. I don't want a minion that replaces what I already have. So it would need to be a sentry spawner rather than anything else. That's a name. Samuel Winchester Jenkins Kester II. I'm probably gonna buy a bunch of bullets because actually no. Musket balls get converted, so I would lose any damage because it's just gonna convert normal musket balls. So never mind. Okay, so let's see. Armor 19, 28, 43. Yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And let's see how horrible it looks. We'll actually remove our vanity items so I can get a gander. All right. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It is like a rainbowy sherbet, blue raspberry type coloring. And then Frostbite Blaster is what we're gonna end up using as our weapon. So we can probably put that here for now. We don't use the hammer a lot. Let me also see if I can make, I know I can, I just have to figure out what makes it. Because I don't want to have to wait naturally for Skeletron Prime to show up. I'd rather be able to summon him on demand. So that would be... Mechanical Skull. Okay. So Mechanical Skull is bone, bars, light, and night. Okay. I might not have bone, but I know where to get bone. We can go to the dungeon, aka the Bone Zone. Alright. So let's start looking for bone. We are going to go back to wearing the vanity outfit though, because I prefer looking at that over the colors of the Daedalus set. Okay, so we need bone, iron bars, so that's iron or lead. None of this builds into material, so we can throw that away. We can put this away for now. We will hold on to a water candle. The bunnies. So silly. Okay. Not in there. Bone welder, but not bone. So we may have to go to the dungeon to get some bone. Giggity. I mean, ultimately, it's not a big deal, but if we don't have any bone, we will have to do that. So yeah, we need night, we need light, we needed lead bar, lead. Coin gun is a bit funny, but we're not going to be using it anytime soon. So that means we need the lead, and then we need to farm up some bone real quick. Okay, lead. We can sell off the armor because we're not using it anymore. It doesn't build into anything, so it's easy to just be like Lamau garbage, you know? And we'll sit on the rest of it for now. All right. Let's see. Dungeon is all the way over. Actually, yeah, dungeon's all the way over here. At some point, I probably will want to put a something like here so we can go down faster. But I don't know if that counts as a biome, and I don't think there's quote-unquote corrupted or crimson pylons. So we can actually look that up. Pylon. Ah, okay. I suppose maybe forest pylon if the dungeon area counts as the forest. We already have snow. We might be able to do an ocean pylon. There's also a possibility that I turn the area near the dungeon into a mushroom biome, and then we just do the mushroom pylon. Okay. So we'll pop over here. Yeah, this is forest. But if there's not enough biome around the dungeon to have it count as a biome, then we won't be able to put any pylons up there. I will also need to reforge my weapon. Yeah, this is all corruption, so there's no corruption pylon. I would have to actively cleanse this if I want to do that. Yeah, lots of corruption. I do have a cleantimator, so I could like cleanse a lot of it. But if I don't cleanse all of it, it'll just naturally come back. Okay, so I think I could put one here. There's like a bit of a backdrop. Maybe that counts. No. That's definitely not ideal. I don't think it's large enough to make this be one. We don't care about that. Just gonna pop down into the jungle. We're gonna get some bone. And then, yeah. Let's bring up my summon. Oh yeah, traps. They do contact damage. I have enough HP that I'm not super worried about it, but if I'm not careful, I could get myself killed in a video game by taking too much damage I don't need to. Alright. Make it easier for my old man eyes to see. I feel like a dog. I'm just running around trying to get a bone, if you know what I'm saying. Just so I don't have to take more damage from these things. We'll take that water candle. Oh, I don't have any keys. Oops. Oh well, it's fine. We'll come back for that later. I'll put some lanterns around it so I know that I need it. There you go. We only, I think, need like 30 or so. So it's not really that bad. Same thing here. That's also spikes. Let's get rid of those. Alright, good. That's another one we'll need to loot later. And that's a desert key. I also heard a pressure plate, but I think I removed the trap that was connected to it. So we're okay. Yeah, there it is. Alright. And that's also another biome key. Well, biome chest. That's an astral one. And I know I don't have the astral stuff for it yet, so we cannot bother. Let's put a platform down there given the opportunity. I don't have any wood, giggity, so I'd have to either make a bone platform, or I would have to like farm up some brick. And I guess we'll just put some lights down here so I know I need to be careful. Yes there is. Samila, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good Christmas and a New Year's. What are you up to? How has the year been for you? Yeah, I'll use that shelf as my pseudo what's it called? Platform. Alright. I'm trying to remember what I actually need versus not. I think I do need those. We're gonna go until we have about a few hundred bones. I'm sorry to hear you're dying from death. I'm sorry to hear it's terrible. And I'm sorry to hear that you not doing well doesn't rate talking about. I'll continue to keep you in my prayers. Thank you for stopping by. I'm grateful that while you are dying of death, you're still able to lurk and chat. All right. Yoink. No more shelves over there. It does build into something, so I probably will want to keep that. Huh. Apparently I didn't have to remove my inventory, so I wasn't actually picking up any of those platforms. I feel a bit silly. Alright, so let's bring up the bank, I guess. There we go. Mr. Piggy. I already have a biome, so I technically don't need that. We'll put away the seafood for now, because we don't need to farm that boss. So now I'll be able to go back and grab all those platforms. Don't need it. There we go. Shelves, that's what we needed. Just enough to get past that platform. Oh, Oh, of course, I naturally get a mechanical skull. Okay, so I don't even need the bone anymore. I mean, I'm still gonna grab the platform, but yeah, that's fun. All right. So that does mean I can turn some of this bone into platform just to get across the way. We have an ad break in about 30 seconds. After said ad break, we'll look at some palace cats. Let's clear that just so I technically have a unified platform. There we go. I don't need a shinobi blade because I'm not a rogue and it's not a material. Let's see. Ad just procced. I will see you all shortly. All right. Okay, so that's more or less good. So, all right, how do we want to do this? Interesting. Ad break is almost over. Anti-Hero 303, I hope you're doing well. There will be Terraria back after the ads. I normally play Radical Red. It is a difficulty ROM hack of Fire Red. I am playing Terraria Calamity mod for about 2 weeks until I go back to Rad Red as a palette cleanser. The cats you're looking at are known as the Palace Cat, aka the Meownwell. They are wild cats that live predominantly in Asia. Their bodies are round. They're small, about 5 kilograms fully grown. They only have mating season 1 day a year. They have weak immune systems, which means a high infant mortality rate. This is a picture taken by Panda Cat, and it's the Kanji 4. So the Kanji 4 are a litter of 4 kittens that were born from Az and Nar earlier in 2024. Still feels weird saying that. At the Kobe Animal Kingdom in Japan. It was Mei, Teru, Ato, and Nagomu. Sadly, Teru passed over the weekend from toxoplasmosis. It's a parasite that's in a lot of cats, but due to the weak immune system, it kills a lot of kittens, and we fucking hate that. There are less than 57,000 Pallas cats in the world. They are threatened, and they're absolutely adorable. They have rounded eyes. They have rounded offset ears compared to normal cats that have pointy ears at the top of their head. That's because there's not a lot of cover where they live up in the steppe, the tundra, and the desert. So being small, looking like a rock, blending into the background is the way to go. Regarding Terraria, we are in hard mode, Calamity. We are going to be fighting Skeletron Prime relatively soon. Then we'll be doing a dive into the jungle, as it were. So I don't know which ones are which, but it's all 4 of Az's kittens and Az the mother, because the father in the wild doesn't stick around, and there's often an issue where the male Pallas cat, that's the father, will bully and or hurt the kittens. So we don't want that. This is, let me pull this one up. This was Losha. She was a female Pallas cat that gave birth to kittens up in Nordensark. Nordensark is a wildlife habitat / facility. Sadly, Losha passed away earlier this year, and her partner Thomas also passed away. They have about double the life expectancy of the wild that they do in captivity, but sadly only 2 of her kittens lived, and we're hoping they'll be able to go on to reproduce next year, because mating season is only 1 day a year, and I think it usually starts in the spring, because if there's Pallas cats being born, they will be like, oh, by the way, we have Pallas cats, and they were born in like May, because they usually show them off in like June. So here's hoping we'll have even more Pallas cats on the way in 2025, because we really need to get their numbers up. And then this is Lev, male Pallas cat who lives at Nasu Animal Kingdom in Japan. He's a male Pallas cat. He's at least 10 years old. He and Polly will sometimes be in an enclosure, but it's usually Bull and Polly. Bull and Polly have produced several litters of kittens over the years. Lev has been paired with 5 female Pallas cats, but he's only created 1 litter. They were known as the Flower 5. That would be Primula, Olivia, Lodish, Grusha, and I'm forgetting the last one, Iris. There you go. Sadly, Shawl passed away like 2 weeks after after the kittens were born, so all the Flower 5 had to be raised by hand by humans. But yeah, love some Pallas cats. As you can see, they have circular pupils instead of the typical predatory eye. They have distinct facial markings. Their ears are rounded and on the side of their head, kind of. Very fluffy. Their bodies are round. We love the Pallas cat. Alright, so let's see. We did get a mechanical skull, so the next time it's going to be evening, we will summon the skeleton guy. I think I have a suitable, like, arena here, and I do have the nurse down there, so we can just teleport back. The Skeletron Prime is pretty tanky, so I probably will end up putting like a Bast statue here for extra defense. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what else I'm gonna need for this fight. May as well make more sticky dynamite while we're here. For anyone who isn't familiar, I stream every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Pokemon, Terraria, Palace Cats, crime coverage due to my degree in legal studies, and criminal justice. We don't need the clothier at the moment, so we can put that away. I'm gonna put the Souls of Night and Light away because we don't need that. We were going to farm up Bone to make the summon for the Skeletron Prime, but we were able to get it as a drop, so it basically was a non-issue. Since it is a boss fight, we absolutely will be using Charmamifts. We'll be using Warding Permafrost Concoction because it acts as a revive. And we won't really need the Ankh Shield because we prioritize the bonuses from the other accessories more. There is a concern that I'm not going to have enough damage, but I think we'll be okay. No. Actually, no, we can just sell these. And by that, I mean I'm just going to put them in my ammo box down there. Since the Frostbite Blaster converts musket balls into special ammo, I don't get any benefit from using good ammo because it would be... the damage bonus from better ammo would be lost when it's converted. We are absolutely going to want the Rotted Discord just to get further away from the enemy. Currently a ranger. I was doing melee earlier, but I don't have one of the recommended weapons for Skeletron Prime, so I switched over to ranger for this fight. And don't worry about it, Anti-Hero. What are you up to today? What are you playing? Do you play Terraria? Okay, we'll keep that. I probably will end up using this as well. Actually, no, because I made it from this, so we don't need this currently. Okay. Awesome. Love that. I got relatively far in Calamity. My first playthrough that I was messing around with, I got to the point where there's like the 3 bosses that you have to kill to summon. No, I have not. I've heard it's even harder, and I feel like classic Calamity is about as hard as I want to do at the moment. But I've gotten to, there's like 3 bosses you have to fight, and then I think shortly after that, that summons the Witch Calamitous. So I got close to beating Calamity, but I have not done that yet. Okay, let's see. So we will hold on to one of these. I'm gonna get rid of these glow sticks. Yes. I have heard of people who play Infernum. I also know some people who play a mix of Calamity with Thorium. Maybe at some point I'll explore Infernum, but when I heard it was significantly harder than Calamity, I'm like, I don't know. Let's see. I guess I'll take some platforms just in case I need them. Put that away for now. It is a boss fight, so I guess I'll grab some food. I probably will want some potions. Let's see what we have to work with. I don't want to waste a bunch of potions if it turns out I don't have a build that can actually beat it. So, we'll use this instead. This is better. Okay. We're not doing magic damage. We're not using a bow. What else? I will take an iron skin. I don't want to be near it, so I'll probably think about that. Let's see what else. No, I'm not doing any knockback. I probably will use this. Yeah, okay, I think that'll be fine. I try to avoid using mods that don't have conflicts, and I'm pretty sure when I looked into using magic storage mod, it either wasn't updated or it had a compatibility issue with another one of the mods, so I don't have it. Okay, so we don't need extra cryogen. We can put that away. We need to hold on to this for the actual boss fight. Yeah, that is completely fair. People's modded experience. Well, maybe it was updated, but I'll show you my mod list, and if I'm not using a mod, it's because I wanted to use it, and it either didn't work with what I have, or there's another reason why I'm not using it. I'm not against quality of life. So yeah, I have Craftable Shrine, Calamity Mod Music, Quality of Life, Craft Calamity, Hamax. That's what I have. And if I'm not using a mod, it's not like, I would like to make my life easier, and then I chose to make my life harder. I don't have an ego to a point that, I don't want to make Calamity too easy, you know? So, all right, it's daytime. We can technically shift it to night. We did mod our weapon. So let's see if we can actually beat this guy. All right. Okay, we'll move that. We'll move that. Nighttime. They're not super well sorted, but I try to keep them somewhat sorted, right? All right. Oh, that has a horrible fire rate. I want to test something. Honestly, melee probably would have been better. I know that for every arm destroyed, it becomes faster. So I probably don't want to kill all the arms just yet. Okay, the arms are gone, so I'll probably switch back to range. I'm gonna see if I can get him down at least once more before it's daytime. I apologize for not paying attention to chat. It'll have to wait until I'm done with this. I'm trying to fight him on the highest level so he doesn't just kill everyone in my base. Yeah. I would say baseline Calamity does feel pretty hectic, but I could absolutely see ramping the difficulty up to 11 would make it even less, would make it even more stressful, you know? I definitely needed those potions. This damage is nowhere near as good as the first one. We'll deal with that later though. So I know I can kill him, but I can't exactly farm him yet. So now that he'll be dead again, I'll probably look for other stuff to farm. Because this weapon is not great. On. We have an ad in about 3 minutes. I think we'll be fine. like cold damage, so it's a shame that the Kelvin item that builds in from all the cold weapons is a rogue boomerang. Okay, so what did we actually end up getting realistically? I don't need... I think I did technically need this. I don't care about that because it's a lore item. We got the hallowed bars. We got the souls of fright. So that does open up some stuff. Profaned goddess. Let's see. Did I not? Huh. Oh, it's gonna be lame. Okay. Let me put this over here. Oh, Providence, yeah. So, Profaned Goddess in, like, classic Calamity, it probably took a few hours for me to kill it. That was figuring out what combination of items, arena, etc. works. And with, like, all my buffs, I could kill it, but I couldn't consistently farm it. And I have never even considered trying to fight it on hard mode due to how difficult it would be when it does the enrage, you know? So, yeah, I am glad that Infernum exists for people who have an appetite for it. It is absolutely not for me. So I would liken that to, there are people who nuzlocke Radical Red. Radical Red is an enhancement of Fire Red. And as a baseline, Radical Red is very difficult. I've seen a lot of people nuzlocke it. I'm not interested in nuzlocking it based on what I've seen. So instead of nuzlocking it, I'm doing all the monotypes. I've done 15 of 18 monotypes of it. And then after that, I'll do a hardcore run, which a bunch of good abilities get banned and the enemy can still use them. And they have completely different teams. But I think that's a good contrast to, well, it's a good similarity to Infernum versus not, you know? Ad starts in about 10 seconds. We will be back shortly. I'm going to look up more progression that we need to do. Already done. All right. All right, so which bosses did we actually need to kill? So we've killed all those. We've killed Cryogen, Aquatic Scourge. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Anti-Hero. Alright, Meow, and we are back. So I think next I need to fight the Brimstone Elemental. I'm trying to go through the progression. I will fight the pirates, but they're not that exciting, TBH. I do have some Brimstone Slag, but I'm not sure if I have all the things needed to make the Charred Idol. Okay, Unholy Core is Suviite and Hellstone. Brimstone Slag. Oh, that's the hard mode brick. Okay. So that realistically doesn't do anything for me. We can actually get rid of those then. Actually, no, hold on to it for something else. There is some good pirate items that drop, but for the most part, they don't drop anything I need, especially since the black spot only drops from master mode. So they definitely are less enticing than they used to be. Okay. No. I do need some Hellstone. No, I don't have any. Okay, that's fine. We can make that work. I do like the birds. They remind me of Murkrow from Pokemon. I'm also going to see what the next set of armor is that I can upgrade to. Mainly because the ranged armor, the Frostbite Blaster, doesn't feel like it's good enough for me to bother continuing with a range set. I guess I'll put some banners down. Oh, I did get a coin gun, but I already have a coin gun. And I don't have enough money that I'm willing to use a coin gun and throw it all away, you know? Banner. Yeah, Calamity does have a lot of money, though that money is like definitely appreciated with how expensive the nurse is to do any healing. But yeah, turns out more enemies means more loot, more money, etc. All right, that's gone, that's gone. Actually gonna do the eye patch for now. Let's see. Yeah, I already have a coin gun, so we're not even gonna bother with that. Yeah, I probably have like 40 platinum if I actually check. Let's see. Don't care. Don't really care. Okay. So what was I gonna do next? Oh yeah, I was gonna do the Brimstone Crag. I need to look something up though. Okay, so progression-wise, armor. Hard mode. So currently we have Daedalus. Let's see, Reaver armor is, Plantera. Umberfight is Rogue. Brimflame is, okay. So that's probably the one we'll be going up to next then. Okay, what else? Okay. So yeah, that's fair. So yeah, let's go take a trip down to the old Brimstone. Gotta find the right one. Okay, very good. Do I even Oh, it's all the way over there. This is gonna take a minute, but we'll get there. Actually, let's see if it'd be quicker to go this. No, it would not. Okay. It's gonna take a minute. So, chat, how is everyone doing today? Have you had a good Tuesday? Do you have anything to look forward to for the rest of your week? What's up? I don't think I can yet. I'm not sure if Soul of Fright was the last one I needed. I'm glad to hear you have 2 free days. I hope your new job is going well and you're able to thrive in it for as long as you are. I will double check that though. If I was waiting on Soul of Fright, then yes, I'm relieved that I can finally upgrade it. Okay. So, yes, you are absolutely correct. So, I'm gonna do that now. That way we can get back faster. So, thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so it's Fright. I have to figure out where I put everything. No. Okay, Sight. Ah, there we go. Okay. So it's... Let me pull this up. Sunlight, Fright Sight Might, Ring and Boots. Okay, so I just have to make sure I have Sunlight, which I probably do. I was fighting a lot of harpies to get, what's it called? To get the giant feather. Sunlight. Yes. Angel Treads. Very good. We'll do warding because we want, I always fight Skeletron Prime last because you'll have better gear to make the fight easier. I typically go twins Destroyer, and then Skeletron Prime. Okay, and I'm going warding because I want flat defense. Let's see. There you go. I would say, if you don't have a weapon that can do efficient damage to bosses with like multiple health segments, Destroyer's really hard. So that's why I usually do Destroyer second. It gives me the opportunity to find something that's gonna be a weapon with like sufficient pass through, you know? Which is why I did fight it with the Axe of Purity. I'm not sure if I actually want to upgrade to Inferna Cutter yet. I may have to. Let's take a look at what they recommend for the Infernal Crag fight or the Brimstone Elemental. Okay. No. Okay. So we do have the Daedalus armor. We do have the wings. Melee. I do have the Submarine Shocker, but I'm not sure I want to stay that close, you know? I could make this. Let's see. What about ranged? The only one I would have, I think, is Baronautical. I'm pretty sure I technically have one, but I'm not sure if I do. So we'll definitely check that shortly. We're already using Ancient Ice Chunk, so that's good. And we do have Rod of Discord, so also good. I do like that you can buy the Rod of Discord from an NPC in this, rather than having to farm it. What am I looking for? Oh, right. We're looking for a weapon that I might have, or I might not. No. No. It's Marrow. It's not what we're looking for. No. I might use this. I would have to change my armor though, which is why I'm kind of reticent to do it. Flight, sight, let's just put them all in here for now. So, I actually don't know if I have all the things to make Mega Shark. I don't think I do because I don't have all the shark fins. So that is going to make this fight more difficult. Alright. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm just mulling over what I'm going to be using to kill the Brimstone Elemental. I think I am going to upgrade the Axe of Purity to the Inferno Cutter, though. At least we have the better movement item, so we can appreciate that. And then we can wear Charm of Myths at all times for now. Alright, let's see how this goes. Anti-Hero, thank you for stopping by. Good luck with finishing Infernum, if you ever do. I hope things at your new job go well. Thank you for stopping by, and take care. Yeah, no problem. And thank you for reminding me regarding the Angel Shreds. Also, thank you kindly for the follow. Lord willing, you sleep well and you come back. I stream every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. VODs are also up for a week at a time before your Twitch takes them down. I'm slowly working through a process of putting all my VODs on YouTube. No, that's completely fine. Don't worry about it. I'm grateful that you were able to stop by and watch for a bit. Honestly, I'm probably gonna have to just grab the rocket launcher from my other character and make a elevator to the Brimstone Crag, just so I don't have to do this every single time, you know? How far are we? Yeah, we still have a ways to go. I mean, I don't even know if I can kill the Brimstone Crag with my current build, so if it turns out we can't, that'll give me an opportunity to make a shortcut and do some other things. The big thing was we did get Skeletron Prime down, so that's good. Yes. I actually don't know if there's a pylon for the Brimstone Crag or Hell. Yoink. I do like the music in this area. Okay, awesome. So I will absolutely consider doing that then. Thank you for letting me know. Oh yeah, I did put a chest here when I was going to build my arena. Okay. Yeah, I will test that out later. Don't worry. Thank you for the info. Now I have to figure out where the actual Infernal Suviite is. I know it's in here somewhere. Ah. I also like the buzzsaw noises from the enemies. It's kind of like an ASMR thing, you know? And thank you for checking. I'm glad it is Calamity. So I absolutely will put people down here so I can get a pylon. Awesome. That is very good to know, because I do need to put one near the Toxic Sea to make it quicker to get there. I think that's the Suviite down there, so we'll soon have the thing to summon the boss. There it is. Love to see it. Sylvie, hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. I'm doing okay. We beat Skeletron Prime in Calamity. I'm farming up some Infernal Suveites so I can fight the Brimstone Elemental. We're trying to get to Plantera, but I don't know if we will. If you're not familiar with Calamity, it's an overhaul mod of Terraria and it makes the game a lot harder. But I'm not even playing on the hardest version of Calamity because there's one called Infernum, which makes the game even harder still. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you, your husband, and the dogs are thriving. I need to be careful not to flood this all with lava. And there we go, doing it. Oops. Alright. I guess I'm gonna have to try to wall that in, given the opportunity. There we go. Just for now. Okay. So what have you been up to, Sylvie? I think we got most of the Suveite that was there, so it's not a big deal. It is hard to see, though. There we go. Awesome. I'm glad you're prioritizing fitness. I work out multiple times a week. It's mainly to stay in shape rather than actively get swole. I hope dinner ends up being delicious. Okay, I probably have enough Suveite now. Let's see how much we actually needed, though, before I teleport back. Okay, so it would be... Yeah, we definitely have enough. Okay. Yes. Absolutely. Like, I definitely started on the journey of trying to get actively swole, and I have gotten stronger over the years, but I don't know. Thank you for the lurk. I hope dinner goes well. I hope you, your husband, and the dogs have a great rest of your Tuesday evening. Greatly appreciate the lurk. So we did get enough, so we absolutely can make the Unholy Core. We need at least 2 of them. I do want an altar. Let's make the Shard Idol first, though. Okay, we have the altar. Let's see what else we want to make with these things. So Unholy Core is... Okay. So we want a bunch of Unholy Cores to make armor and weapons, but we're not there yet, so we're going to try to make it more efficient by making a home down there. Also, the ad is about the proc. I will see you all shortly. There are game sounds in the background. I'm making a quick elevator to make getting to the underworld faster. Just doing some good old-fashioned excavation. This also had to be done because it's encroaching on my toxic biome. Alright, Meow, and we're back. We decided to hop on the alt just to make a elevator to the Brimstone Crag. That way we can put a house down there and it'll be faster to get there in the future. Because I am going to need to farm the Brimstone down there. And we're going to need a lot of Suviite as well, which is the other reagent needed to make the unholy cores. And using nukes is going to be a lot faster than using the dynamite, because the dynamite has a timer, whereas the nukes do not. Need to let my health, well, not my health, my air restore. Okay, we're like halfway there, I'd say. After this, we'll look at some more palace cats. I hear a rock golem. Oh no, obsidian. Lamau. We're just gonna keep blasting. Oh no, a minecart, what a shame. I don't know if this elevator's straight. It's probably pretty close. I just needed a quicker way until the pylon is set up, you know? Okay, we're almost there. Oopsie doopsie, sorry for your house. I hope you have nuke and or lava insurance. They probably don't. I mean, maybe in this world they do. Interesting. Huh. Oh, that is interesting that nukes can't be used to blow out the Suviite. Huh. Or the Brimstone. Alright. This is gonna be awkward. Well, that's fine. All that lava will drip down anyways, so it's gonna be a non-issue. It's gonna take a minute to get there, though. Alright, let's see. Probably need to make this really deep so the lava doesn't take over everything, you know? Yes, I am slowly dying in a video game, but it's okay, because I have a lot of health. We'll be fine-ish. Once I'm at like half, I'll use a potion or something. I also forget if the Scorched Remains actually do anything I need. It might be special crafting, or it might be something useful. We can check that after I get to like half health and pop a potion. I want to make this at least somewhat even, you know? It's gonna bother me if it's not at least congruent throughout the whole way, you know? Okay, yoink. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Ish. Alright. And it's gonna mostly just spill it down here and fill up. That's okay. Let's check if Scorched Remains are doing anything I care about. I hope they are, but they're probably not. Scorched Remains. Okay, what do you make? Huh. Okay. Ah, it's basically for music and nothing else. So I don't really need it at the moment. Okay. I suppose I'll grab these while we're here. Okay, we can get rid of that. There's a lot of stuff we can chuck that we're not going to be using. There we go. May as well grab these Essence of Havoc while we're here. Oh, this is also Suviite, I think. Yeah, I do need this. I'll pop back and put some of it in my stash. Oh yeah, I do have a flying mount. I forgot because I'm not on my other character. I will have to farm more Hellstone at some point, but that's something I can do on the other character if I really feel like I need it. Okay. And which... So yeah, Yep. Let me just grab some of these and I'm gonna start building a house. Just so I have somewhere for the pylon to be, you know? Okay, so I could probably use the slab realistically. Actually, no, we'll use the stone. We have a bunch of stone for a reason, you know? Okay, so... I mean, they'll never have to worry about their house being cold, with it being oopsie doopsies right in oblivion, more or less. I will need a bunch of, what's it called though? A bunch of wall, and then I will need some wood for, what's it called? For the door and various furnishings. Okay, that's probably fine. Yep, that will do. I want to replace all this. Or not. Okay, good. I do not have any wood, so we are gonna have to go back and grab some because I don't think I have my piggy bank on me in this character. All right. Let's see. I guess I'll just chop these trees down while we're here, and that'll be the wood that we need. Oh, right, because it doesn't count. I was thinking it was the other one. And we do want to replace everything we're taking That way, all the trees are sustainable, you know? Alright. Watch out, Mr. Bunny. I don't want to kill you if I don't have to. Bunnies are adorable. My half-sister, she used to have bunnies for pets when she was younger. We'll just take these, and that'll be enough for what I need. Okay, let's see. With all the summons, it makes it hard to see where I'm trying to actively plant things. We went with a hollowed biome around the base because I like how it looks, and it helps stave off corruption, which is also useful. There we go. Do you actually have anything of use, though? You do not. No. Actually, that looks kind of cool. I think I will buy these. Don't need dye. Don't need silver. Don't need bombs in a video game. There you go. That's right. Actually, you know what? Let's look at some palace cats now, because it's going to take a few minutes for me to properly build the house, as it were. So if anyone's not familiar, this is monetization. It's a resource for and by palace cat enjoyers. The palace cat, also known as the Meownwell, is a threatened cat that lives predominantly in Asia. Less than 57,000 of them in the world. The body is round. They are absolutely precious to me and many others. This is Spay, also known as Spy. He lives at the zoo in Prague. He is going to be paired with Princessa, a female palace cat, and this was taken a few years ago. They're round. They aren't overly fast. They want to blend in and look like rocks, a pile of dirt, a pile of snow, natural camouflage. They will sit on their tail to keep their peats warm, which is super adorable. They have the densest coat of any cat, and that's because they saw fit in terms of adapting. That thicker, dense fur would be easier to maintain compared to having massive fat stores like some other animals that live up in the Arctic. And then during the summer, they slim down, looking like kind of your average cat. I mean, they're still going to have the ears and such, but in the winter, they look like a massive puff ball, and then in the summer, they are significantly slimmer. So let me see if we can find a contrast. I may not have one that actually is in its summer weather, but there's a palace cat in the wild. As you can see, it almost looks like it doesn't have a neck. That is just a head that protrudes from a ball of fluff. Here's yet another one. This is Zelenogorsk. His name in English roughly translates to Greenberg/Greenville. As you can see, super round, putting his peats on his tail to stay warm. And then let's see if we can find one where they're in their lighter coat. This one kind of is. Let's see. Kind of. Definitely looks more like your normal cat. He's got his this is Nar. He's got his silly white socks on. For some reason, he feels like he needs to get tall, which is very much, I need to be intimidating and or threat display. Taro, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I was just telling people about Palace Cats per usual, and I was using this as an example of when they're not giant round balls of fluff, they look kind of like your average cat almost, you know? That's Boar. I don't know what he's doing with this ball of fluff on his beans, but he's enjoying some nice golden hour. I hope you've been well, Taro. Thank you for stopping by. In terms of Terraria, we beat Skeletron, and we're going to be putting a house in the Brimstone Crag so I can teleport there faster. Also, Teru, sadly, she passed away this weekend. She has gone to make a place for all her Manul in heaven. Sadly, it was likely because of toxoplasmosis. They have weak immune systems. An average cat can handle toxoplasmosis, but the Palace cat is not able to. She had such a round head. This is because she's related to Bull and Polly, who also have round heads. And this was Chica who gave us this picture. I'm glad Teru lived as long as she did. We were able to get pictures and videos of her, and Lord willing, the rest of her litter survive and create more Palace Cats, because that's important. So yeah, we need to go all the way over here, then we'll drop down via our elevator, and then we'll start building the house. Because if you build it, they will come. Oh yeah, I have a flying mount. I'm silly. This is on my other character because it would be quicker to make a elevator with nukes than timed fuses on dynamite. Make sure to stay hydrated, Taro. I mean, that goes for everyone, but especially Taro, as he often forgets to consume. All right, let's hope the elevator is relatively straight. Otherwise, it's not going to be efficient at taking me all the way down. It'll be a minute. It's a long way to go. It's not as straight as it could be, so I probably will need to make some adjustments at some point. So Taro, how's your week been? I know it's only Tuesday, but you know, it's been a minute since I saw you last. And I really do like the music of this biome. It reminds me of opening music for like a James Bond movie. Yeah, days are certainly doing day things. You're not wrong, my friend. We'll probably start like that. Let's make at least 3 doors down, by the way. Some chairs. And we'll need to put wall in eventually. We're not there just yet. Alright, how do we want to do this? There's stone. Okay, yep. It's definitely gonna take a minute. Very ASMR sounding. I guess we can eat the fruit while we're here. All right, nom nom. Oh yeah, I can fly. Duh. Have you been playing any more Elmataro? Are you messing around with MWO? What are you up to? What are you playing? Do I not have... Really? I don't have torches. That's actually mildly annoying. I'm gonna have to put a campfire down here as a light source. There we go. I mean, I guess I could make torches if I really have to, but I could have sworn I had like a bunch, you know? Oh, I also finally watched both part 1 and part 2 of Dune. I was waiting for them all, for both parts to be out so I could binge it. Pretty good movie aside from the whole white savior thing. And pretty neat. I remember watching the Dune from like 1984 and I thought that was a good film, but it was definitely dated as far as the visuals go. I mean, 1980, what do you expect, right? Without a proper light source, this is definitely hard to see. But we're getting there slowly but surely. And don't call me Shirley. All the back tiles need to be filled in because otherwise it won't count as a home. Alright. I don't think that's all of it, but it's probably most of it. Let's see if we have any way to make a light source. No gel. We can make those. That's like not a big deal. I wonder if this will count as a light source. Probably not. I feel like down the middle, that's probably pretty close. There we go. Let's see if it'll tell us if it's actually a house or not. Okay, so this one, we want to query missing a light source. So this doesn't count. That's actually disappointing. And then also missing a light source. So... Looks like we're heading back. I need to get some gel so I can make torches. No. I definitely would have liked to have done that in 2 trips, but sadly we did not have any gel. I probably have gel somewhere in here. Otherwise, I'll have to find some slimes to emancipate. I mean, worst case scenario, I just do it on my other character, you know? How do I not have torches? Let's do a quick stack. Let's sort. I guess I'm just gonna have to kill some slimes. Or I can borrow these torches. That would technically work. Yeah, we'll borrow like 2 torches and be like, hey, good enough. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna borrow them. Add about the proc. We'll be back shortly. There we go. Turns out I got baited and I actually didn't pick up a second torch. I thought I did. So now I gotta go back and grab another. There we go. Alright, Meow, and we're back. We have torches, so these are technically counting as houses. I want to put some more flooring down because the lava being literally below me is kind of unsettling for the eye. Alright. It needs to come down slightly lower. Okay. Just so I can put more tile there. Okay. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay, good. So realistically, we did all the things we needed to do for this at least. We'll portal back so the people populate. These definitely aren't the most efficient units, so they can be improved over time, which is something that's going to have to be done as well. I think you technically only need 2 houses or 2 units in order to have a pylon show up. So that's why it's only 2 for now. We're gonna add this though, and then we're gonna flesh this out. I will need more wood though, giggity. That way I can put a a hatch in like the top of one of that, and that will act as like a pseudo door. But I also need to break that up real quick because I don't have any wall, so it doesn't count yet. All right. It's definitely hard to eyeball this. Dark background on dark background, amazing game design. Yep. Also, Taro, how's the garden? And how are the borbs? Are you getting in any good Hitchcock? Okay, this part's almost done. No, are they? Fuck. Do you know what? Is there anything you can do to save your chrysanthemum? I've never really kept flowers, so I am not a horticulturist. Mom would sometimes get flowers, but since, you know, we're all allergic, they don't really stay around long, you know? So trying to keep flowers alive is not really something I've had to deal with. Okay, that's mostly done. We'll want a wall up the top because I don't have enough stuff to make this a domicile yet. Okay, good. So we'll deal with that later. Let's at least get some of the things where they need to be. We wanted to wall this up. There we go. All right, let's port back to base. It makes sense that overwatering can be a thing, but it certainly is not what jumped to mind when I heard your plant was dying. I don't know if that's what is the cause, but I am sorry to hear that your plant is dying, and Lord willing, when spring rolls around again, you'll be right as rain. We do need more Suviite, so we'll put that away. Okay. We don't need more of this. We don't need more of this. We don't need that. I'll put some wood here because I might end up needing it. I don't think I need the door. Yeah, I think this is fine. We did what we needed to on this character. Let me just put some of the money away, I guess. There we go. I'm gonna do a quick breb. Alright, Meow, we're back. I was holding that one in for a minute. I really wanted to finish off the what I was doing. Now we can go back to what we're doing proper, which is finishing off the house in the Brimstone Crag, so we can have a pylon down there. That way we can get there faster. Okay. Oh, how I miss not having my ability to fly. Not perma-flight, you know. I only have, like... I have budget flight at home. I have, like, partial wingsuit, you know. Let's also make sure we have more wood, Giggity. That way I can build more stuff when I'm down there. I don't like using ebon wood in case it spreads corruption. Thankfully, we are immune to fall damage. Okay, so yeah, we need to go right up to here. Thank you, Mr. Tree. We always want to replant acorns as we go. That way the trees are sustainable. There you go. Boo. Ebon. Boo. Meteorite, we don't need that right now. Okay, here's the elevator. It's gonna take a minute. Whoops, landed on a bug. Beam Sword does build into something, but it's not great. So we'll like hold on to it, but I'm not gonna be using it. And the reason why there's blocks of ore in the middle is because some blocks are immune to explosion, and that's what those are. We're almost there. Giggity. Alright, good. So, really? The second guy didn't show up? That's actually really cringe. Huh. Because 2 people have to be in the house for it to be considered a domicile. So, for some reason, the clothier doesn't want to be here. And that's cringe. Alright, how are we doing this then? Alright. We need a bench. And, very good. I also really love those buzzsaw noises. It pleases me. Alright. Okay, that's good. I wasn't sure if it would actually work the way I wanted. All right, awesome. So now we can teleport to the crag without an issue. Oh, the clothier is probably somewhere and slowly dying because the AI is stupid and it can't always get where it needs to be. All right. The AI do be like that at times. The big thing is we have the pylon. That's what we needed. So now we can teleport here relatively quickly. And we need to now get some... Oh, that's actually annoying that it can go through the walls like that. Luckily, we already have the pylon, so it doesn't matter. They can go die in a fire in a video game. We also need Hellfire, and by Hellfire I mean Hellstone, because it's an even ratio of 4 and 4, and I definitely have more Suviite than I do of have of Hellstone. Also Bone Snake. All right, we need to find some Hellstone. Ah, there's some down there. Okay. Down we go. Yum, 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 yum. Grab the Hellstone. Yumi, thank you for the lurk. I hope your Yu-Gi-Oh went well. I got to catch some of it. I hope you've been having a great day. I very much appreciate the lurk. We did beat Skeletron Prime. It turns out there's more I still have to do to actually get to Plantera. So it's only halfway clickbait. All right. We don't need Scorched Remains because they actually don't build into anything. We don't need Lens. We don't need Diamond. We'll hold on to that wood for now. We do need a lot more Hellstone though. All right. Ah, Mimic. Eep. Big scary. Yoink. Thank you. Thankfully, it was only like your baseline Mimic and not the scarier ones, because the scarier ones will kill you in like 3 or 4 hits due to how chonky they are. And if you go too far away from them, they revert back to an untargetable object, so you can't really even deal with them in a ranged fashion. Okay. Which I think is smart, because otherwise people would cheese them, you know? Yoink. Alright. We need more Hellstone. I don't have outright immunity to the lava. I have a timed immunity, so I have to be relatively quick about it, or I have to constantly try to reset it, you know? Okay. There is some Hellstone down here. Huh. That was awkward. I thought there was more. There was not. All right, let's make some more of the Unholy Cores. Unholy Core is a bottleneck in some of the things we need. So let's take a gander at that. Hold on. Okay, Unholy Core. So that's gonna be... So we have the Charred Idol. That's going to be the thing we use to summon the boss. I'm trying to think of something that's going to help make this boss easier to fight. I don't have Ashes of Calamity, so I can't make armor yet. I could do Cinder Arrow. What about the oh, wait, is it a sentry or is it a summon? It is a summon, not a sentry. I already have a summon, so I can't make that. What about you? Oh, that's the rogue item. Never mind. What about you? No, and it doesn't upgrade into anything, so we wouldn't want to make that. What about this? Okay. Oh, furniture. Doesn't actually do anything for me. Okay. So let's take a gander back at this actual boss. I have an arena technically, so I think I'm fine. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to leave the area, that way it doesn't enrage. It's meant to be fought only after one, so that's actually not too bad. We've killed all three. Weaponry, submarine shocker, also dark light. I don't know if we have baronautical. It drops from aquatic scourge, so I may have to farm the scourge for a bit. So let's take a gander at all that. Okay. Things I know I don't need, we can get rid of. No. I can always get another beam sword. It's not that exciting. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna double check for the baronautical, because if I don't have to farm the boss, I'm not gonna bother, you know? Alright, let's see. Quick stack, just to make some room. More quick stack. Put the Suviite down there for now. I might need that. Let's see. I know it builds into something, so because it says material. Okay, it builds into something I don't have the ability to build, so we don't have to worry about that for now. So that's fine. I need him to move because he's in the way of one of my chests. Let's do a quick stack while we're here. That's not a sentry. No. No. Let's at least forge the submarine shocker if that's what we're going to use to fight the boss. Oh, I actually need to talk to the other guy. My bad. I accidentally clicked on the arms dealer instead. Legendary. That's all well and good. Thank you kindly. Oh, and it turns out I only have 24 platinum. So I'm not as rich as I thought. I think seafood was in here. Yes. Absolutely is. So we're actually going to farm the seafood. And by seafood, I mean the other guy. Specifically for the baronautical. So this is going to take a minute, but we have an arena, so it's not going to be that bad. Alright. And I'll probably just use the Axe of Purity. We don't want to summon them until we get in the biome, because unless an enemy has a specific like drop table for being what's it called, being enraged, you don't really get anything out of it for having it be enraged, you know. So we don't need to fight it enraged. There are several bosses like Empress of Light or Providence, the profaned goddess, that they have a different loot table for fighting them enraged, but Aquatic Scourge is not one of them. We also don't need that. Let's do a quick sort while we're here. But yeah, I am absolutely gonna want to put a biome in this area, home in this area. That way I don't have to do this every single time I want to come over, you know? Okay, here's our arena. Honestly, I think we'll be okay. Let's see how this goes. Let's make sure we're actually in the biome so we don't enrage it. I'm gonna have to concentrate. Yeah, we're fine, I think. Okay. Need to make sure that we don't get hit by the head, because that does the most damage. Yeah, any weapon that has projectiles that pass through multiple sections, they're the best way to deal with these types of enemies. I'm getting attacked by its teeth. That's very unpleasant. Oh yeah, I gotta watch out for those. I did this boss initially with like a bunch of buffs, so I am certainly taking more than I'd like to see. Ah! Armor crush. Big damage. Ah! Ugh. Uh-oh. Get me out of here! I didn't do anything! Ah! Oh boy. We're fine. Not really. We do not have enough. He's gonna enrage, and I hate that, but I need to heal. Yeah, so I wholly underestimated how hard that fight was. I thought I had the damage. I thought I could just go in there and not worry about buffs, but turns out I can't. So that's very awkward. Okay. Shit. Okay. Alright. So I did not realize that the ad break had started during the boss fight. I apologize for that. We weren't able to kill the aquatic scourge. I underestimated my ability. No. I overestimated my ability, and I underestimated the boss. So I made a tweak to my character. I have melee armor instead, and I'm going to be killing the aquatic scourge until we get bare nautical, which is one of the better bows recommended for this upcoming fight. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by to chat live, such as Sylvie, Taro, at least one other person I'm forgetting that I apologize. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you for being here. We'll be doing Terraria for at least the next 2 weeks. Then we'll be back to Radical Red monotypes, Ground, Ice, Rock in that order. Then we'll be doing a hardcore run of Radical Red, because that needs to be done still. Okay. So we're gonna summon the boss again, and we're gonna see if we do better this time. Alright. I feel like my weapon's faster now, but I'm definitely still taking the similar damage. Watch out for the blood orbs. Watch out for head damage. The spikes have homing. Though it's like a mild homing, I think, compared to some of the other homing projectiles. Uh-oh. Okay, we did not get Aeronautical. Oh, we did. Okay, good. We got it first try. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Love to hear it. That's the classic streamer RNG that I needed. So now we can go back and we can get ready for the Brimstone Crag. Let's see. Let's put some stuff away. All right. Okay. I don't care about vanity items. Not really, at least. This is a rogue item. I think I do need sea searing, but I don't know because it doesn't build into anything. So usually if an item doesn't build into anything, it's only like a one time, you know? May as well put some of the hallowed bars away. We can always make more chain, that's not a big deal. Let's put away the flowers and such. I've been slacking on putting things in the proper places. We're gonna put Submarine Shocker there. Let's put all the fishing things where they belong. Quick stack. Oh, that is a material. That's why we haven't gotten rid of it yet. Okay. Wait. I don't know if that counts. Let's see. So, part of me wants to use this, but I know that I'm not fighting the Aquatic Scourge anymore, so it doesn't really matter. Aquatic Scourge is very weak to electric. Okay, let's see. Quick stack. I don't think I need that anymore. We're gonna keep the mud because we'll need that for a chlorophyte farm later. We don't need more blocks for now, at least. I am gonna hold on to this because I don't have one yet. I don't need scorched bone. Deep sea staff isn't bad, but once again, it doesn't build into anything, so we don't need to keep it. We want to hold on to this for now. We are going to hold on to that just in case I do want to go ranged. Maybe Traveling Merchant has something for me to care about. I'm not sure yet. We can put these away for now. We can also put the summon item away for now because we're done with it. We have Baronautical if we're going to do that. Which reminds me, I actually need to reforge the Baronautical. Where are you? You are right here. Reforge. Where is it? There we go. We'll go Unreal on the Baronautical. Okay. I am gonna need a bunch of arrows, or maybe I can get the magic arrow pouch. All right. Let's go back to this just for the sake of traversal. I know I have summon ammo, but I don't know if I have enough to technically make the thing, you know? All right, let's see. Maybe I do. I do not. All right. And it converts normal arrows, so I don't have to worry about using special ammo. We will check to see if that Traveling Merchant actually has anything. They may not. I don't see him. Alright, let's see if we can take on this boss. We might not be able to, but I think we'll be fine because it's intended to only fight her after you beat one mechanical boss. And we've beaten all 3 mechanical boss. We'll fight it here. Let's see, what do we have? Ah, there it is. It's a little tanky, I gotta say. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I do not have a proper arena for this thing. I made like a platform earlier, but we're not there. Alright. Yeah, this Baronautical is kind of cool. I do like arrows. And they electrify. Ah, there's the platform. Okay, good. We're finally there. Yeah, this is a lot more manageable. I mean, when it enrages, it's probably gonna suck, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that really hurt. Yeah, I want to avoid that massive projectile. Yeah, that big projectile I definitely don't want to get hit by given the opportunity. Okay,
Cha-cha!
Yeah, it actually does pretty good damage. I can see why they recommended the submarine shocker, but it is the fact that you have to stay on top of it, otherwise you don't do damage to it. Okay, we did need that for something. This is not a material. Let me read this. Interesting, but I wouldn't use it. We can definitely farm this boss a bit. All right, let's see. Let's put some lanterns down as well while we're here. Well, once I deal with these guys. Huh. Does it not drop what I actually need, though? I thought I needed to farm this for something else. Let me see. Okay, Brimstone Elemental. What are you dropping? Okay, so Infernal Congealments, Brimstone Crates, Brimlish. Okay, so it was a boss I needed to kill, but it wasn't a boss I needed to farm for a certain material that I thought I needed. So that's kind of an oopsie doopsies and a bit of a poopsie whoopsies. So I need... Oh, I have to farm the Calamitous clone. Okay. She is meant to be either before or in place of Plantera. Okay. Where does she summon and what do I need to deal with her? Let's see. Okay, so Eye of Desolation. We can absolutely make that. That's a non-issue. So, where do I want to fight her? I know it says at night because she probably enrages during the day, but do I need to fight her in a specific biome? Let's see. Okay. Yes, she enrages during the day, so she realistically has to be fought at night. Okay? Alright. So, Calamitous Clone is the next boss we would probably want to fight. Meant to be fought after mechanical bosses, that's fine. Big Arena, that's fine. Chlorophyte, Hallowed Armor, Daedalus. Okay, we have Daedalus armor, so technically we do have the armor for it. What kind of weapon, though? Okay. Arbalist. Apparently, the Sea Searing is good for this. I did not expect that to be a thing. I'm glad we didn't throw it away. Okay. Sea Searing. Hard mode ranged weapon. Bubbles. Oh, that's why. Probably because Calamitous is a fire boss. So, of course, water would be good, right? Okay, let's see. Alright. I don't think I have Lunac Eye yet, so I'm not going to bother with that. At the very least, I'll probably use Sea Searing. And if Sea Searing isn't doing the trick for me, I may use Sulphurous Grabber. I remember I was using this in another run. We have the Permafrost Concoction to help with whatnot. What else? We do have the Harpy Wings because that pairs with Angel Treads. Hallowed Armor is good because of survivability, but I would need to farm, I think, one of the mechanical bosses to get that, and we don't have a lot of it. Okay. Alright, so I think we'll work towards getting ready for the Calamitous Clone fight. Okay. I think I am going to try it with the melee build and see if that does, like, makes it faster, you know? Alright, where are you? Oh, there you are. But yeah, the fact that you more or less have to stay on top of it and it teleports around, it does make it harder to avoid the massive projectiles. But yeah, it is shredding it, so we do love that. That hurts, though. Okay. Come here, you little... Ooh, not ideal. Ah! Yeah, I'm definitely not tanky enough to do it the melee way. Yeah, that's kind of an issue. I need to kite just a little bit longer to get my potion to respawn. Yeah, if I go melee, I would need to be a lot tankier for this. Okay. Where are you? There you are. Not gonna lie, I read that as Rosa Parks. I thought that was a little bit funny. I'm like, why would you be dropping a freedom rights, you know, activist? Brimlance, the shell. Okay. No. It does drop a gun, but it hasn't dropped it yet. Okay. We have an ad in about 5 minutes. Ow. Owie! So basically, go stabby stab until it starts doing the blob of projectiles. Then do some more stabby stab when your potion comes back. At least that's what it seems to be. Alright, nice. I think it dropped what I needed. I'm not sure. It did not. I think it has like a 10% chance to drop a certain firearm, and it doesn't want to drop, so not ideal. Okay, so we have one of those. It's just extra loot. We'll put it away for now. Okay. Doesn't turn into anything, sadly. Oh, that's right, I never put heart lanterns down. I was gonna do that earlier. Okay, so let's put down one here. And let's put one, like, just where it ends. So I always have the buff active, you know? There you go. Okay, good. We can probably fight it at least one or two more times. We can probably fight it one more time before the ad. So let's do that. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, it definitely melts if you can stay in range and not just get destroyed by the blob attack. Shasha! That's the blob. Come on. Down here, you little scamp. We did not get the gun, but we did get the trophy. So I guess that's cool. We'll just put that there for now. Okay, we have one of those. We keep one of them. I'll eventually have to go through this and sell it all, but let's put that there, just so we have it. All right. All right, the ad is about to start in just under a minute. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who's shown up, I hope you've been enjoying the stream so far. I hope you're liking that the ads are longer, but less frequent. Make sure to stay hydrated, grab a snack, do some stretching, do whatever you need to during the ad break. I know I will. Then we will come back, and I'll probably start working on making the thing for the Calamitous clone fight, aka the summon. And then I'll probably fight her at home so I can use the nurse, since it only has to be at night rather than a specific biome. We'll also have a few more palace cats before the stream ends, since they are truly some of God's finest creatures. We don't need the living fire. I will see you all shortly. All right, Meow, we do be back. Going to make sure we fight Calamitous Clone at night so we don't have to worry about the Enrage. I have Essence of Havoc. I think it's in the top. It just turned to night, so it's possible I'll have enough time, but I'm not certain. We are absolutely going to lead with the Sea Searing, since apparently that does big damage. We'll swap over to that. Alright. It's Eye of Desolation. What a spoopy name. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. I don't remember this fight, but it's probably going to be really hard. In, like, the worst way. Alright, let's see how this goes. Huh. And yeah, it does act like Retinizer. They were not wrong. Alright. It doesn't help that it's hard to see without pulling up, like, the other part of the map. Yeah, I may need a better weapon for this. Like, it's doing good damage when it hits, but I don't know where it is most of the time. Come on. That doesn't work the way I needed it to. Ah, big damage. Not a fan. Oh, the bullet hell phase, right. Yeah, I'm not even halfway through it, so this is probably not gonna end well for us. I'll have enough time, but I'm worried about when it enrages. As most bosses have some level of enrage when they get like really low HP. Okay. Okay. Can you not? Get away from me! I didn't do anything! Help me! Yeah, I actually don't remember how I beat this boss before. I don't think I used this weapon. Because I would have, I think I would have remembered. I'd be like, oh yeah, I did X, you know? Come on, you. of me wonders if it would have been easier to do the submarine shocker, but I don't know if I do. I would take constant contact damage while being in close, you know? And it also seems to really like the kite, and I'd probably get nuked by the flamethrower. So it's probably for the best that we did a range 1 instead. I can test it though. Where are you? Nope. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it in range. Yeah. Where? Bullet phase. Sorry, wizard. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. Alright, so Calamitous down. Awesome. Shoddy Animosity. That's, hold on, let me do some reading. So I more or less need like a full night cycle to even be able to kill Calamitous. Alright, so let's go back. So what did we get? We got the Void of Calamity. We got Shoddy Animosity. Shotgun Blast. This actually might be good for Plantera. I'm not sure. We got the Lash of Chaos. We can't use Starblight, so that's a non-issue. Let's look at the drop table and see if there's anything else. Like, I need to see if I actually have to farm this thing. And then there's the Ashes of Calamity. That was one of the things I knew I did need to farm. I don't know how many I need, though. So let's check that out. All right. Okay, so it always drops Ashes. It always drops Havoc. It always drops Void of Calamity. So we missed out on the other two things it could drop, which would be the Regenerator and the Chaos Stone. It dropped Animosity and it dropped the other one. So let's see. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way to make that work, but I'm not a spellcaster. The other one is Regenerator. That was not dropped. Okay, so if I end up needing Regenerator, I would absolutely have to farm for that. It did drop Ashes of Calamity, which is fine. But is it enough Ashes of Calamity to make a full set of armor? Let's find out. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so it technically is enough to make a full set of armor. So let's take a look at the armor. Okay, hard mode mage. Okay, so Brim Flame Armor specifically is Mage. Okay, so it looks like we aren't gonna be doing that armor. What about Unholy Core? So it is only Mage. Okay, well, at least now I know before I bothered crafting it. No, I'm trying to find if there's a Sentry one. No. No. We can't make amalgam yet. Okay, so let's take a gander at bosses and see what we need to go for progress-wise. We've killed Cryogen, Aquatic Scourge, Brimstone Elemental, Calamitous Clone. So we probably need to get ready to fight Plantera. Leviathan and Anahita is a surprisingly difficult fight. I think I ended up fighting it post Plantera because I kept struggling against it. So let's pull up Plantera and see what it recommends for the Calamity version. Okay. So we have Daedalus. We can have well, no, we can't have Chlorophyte yet. We can have Hallowed. What weapon do you want me to be using? So I remember not wanting to do melee because of the contact damage and the tentacle not having passed through. So we're probably gonna be going ranged again. Possibly Dark Echo Great Bow. If not that, maybe Corroded Costa Bow. Let's see if I can actually make those. I may not be able to yet. Okay, so I can make the Dark Echo Great Bow. I think I may end up using that. Let's take a look at Corroded Costa Bow and see if that's something I actually want to do. Oh, it's gravity affected, and I may not actually have the thing for all the things for it. Let's see. So I can make Toxabow. Shell Shooter is from Sea King. I think I already have that. So yeah, it would probably come down to either Dark Echo. I'll probably go with Dark Echo because that's easier to make. All it takes is cryonic bars. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I think we are gonna try to get Hallowed Armor, so let me write that down for tomorrow. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else we can fight / farm before jumping into Plantera. We've done all these. We did that, we did that, we did that, we did all that. We haven't done that. This is post Plantera. I believe this is I believe these are all post Plantera. So it pretty much comes down to Plantera. And I think we will grab the Dark Echo Great Bow now, just so I remember that that's what I want to be using for this. Okay. And I know we have enough cryonics, so it's a non-issue. Okay. It does fire arrows, so I probably do want to use better arrows rather than generic arrows. No. That's not a, it's not a sentry. Okay. I would want to keep this. This is a material, so we definitely want to keep it. Okay, there's the shell shooter, so we can buy that. Now, I'm not in the mood to fight Doofishron. I definitely don't feel strong enough for that fight. Alright, let's put some of these things away. Oh, piggy. I don't need the money, so I would kill it to get bacon, which is a red food buff. Back home. Home, 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 home. Back home. Alright. Quick stack. We will hold on to the bacon. Put this away for now. We'll put hallowed bars in my inventory to remind me that we need it. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to the frostbite blaster for now. We can put that away. I don't want to accidentally summon the boss. Hold on. Quick stack. We'll move this for now. I can put it in something else. And then you combine it to make Moab, which is the mother of all balloons. Which, as expected, is a nod to balloons, TD. Keep that. Keep that. Keep most of that. This is another summoning item. Summoning thing. So we can put the other ones away. No. 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 I guess we're just gonna put some of it in here. I'm running out of quote-unquote relatively empty boxes to quick stack stuff. Hold on to that. It didn't recommend animosity as a weapon for Plantera, so we won't bother with that. Oh, let's forge the bow while we're here so I don't forget. Unreal, very good. Let's see if we do have good arrows. We do have Hellfire arrows. Jester's 12. Hellfire is 15. I think I'd probably split the difference and use Unholy, because it's not that bad. It's technically better than Jester arrows. We'll have it set like that so it uses these ones first. And we'll set it up like that. And we'll put that there, because this is still a halfway decent weapon. And it will save me from using up ammo. Okay, good. Everything's set for the defense. We have our item. We will hold on to that. Alright. I'm gonna snooze the ad break and we're gonna look at some Palace Cats and we're gonna find someone to raid. We went from 2 mechanical bosses down to 3 mechanical bosses. We killed some other bosses And with tomorrow, we'll try to set up an arena for Plantera and kill Plantera. I remember the first time I played Calamity, I hit a huge wall with Plantera because I wasn't doing all the extra content that Calamity gave us. So I was basically doing 3 mechanical bosses, Plantera, and I was getting my ass kicked. And because I wasn't streaming and I was getting frustrated, and I like put it down for a long time, you know. So we're gonna try to fight and beat Plantera tomorrow. That'll open up even more content for us to take down. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by live, such as Sylvie, Terragato, Yumi, Antihero, thank you for being here. We are going to look at some Palace Cats one last time. We are going to find someone to raid. I hope everyone has a good rest of their Tuesday. They make good choices. We will get through this, and I will see you tomorrow. Save. All right, Palace Cats. We have like a video that we can look at. This is Lev. He likes to sit in a nest because he's a fancy boy. He's rather picky about his nest, it would seem. He does have a magic paw. For the most part, he can get around without much of an issue, but there is like a distinct hobble that you'll notice as he walks. I like to joke that he was given a magic paw as a nerf because he would have been too strong if he was perfectly healthy otherwise. But he's such a silly man. I love the way he has his one paw on his peat, and every now and again he'll like punch the grass for whatever reason. Truly one of God's finest creatures. The fact that he has a nest helps reinforce the fact that Palace Cats are birds. They kind of do be looking like owls with their fluffy nature, their round heads and eyes. I don't know if this was at Kobe Animal Kingdom or Nasu Animal Kingdom. It may have been at Kobe Animal Kingdom because that was the zoo he was at before. Actually, no, he was at Saitama's Children's because that's where the Flower Five were born. But yeah, Lev is truly a remarkable creature. Big fan of Lev. Super adorable. He looks content, and we love that for him. All animals deserve to be content. We also have a video of him honking. They don't often honk, and there's usually background noise that drowns out the honk, but we do got some good honks from him somewhere in here. Let me see if we can find it. Lev, you're such a gentleman and a scholar. We could learn so much from him. If only they could talk in a language that we understood. Let's see if we can find the one of Lev honking. I have to go by thumbnail, and I don't always remember which one it was. Like, I would think I would have named it Lev Honk, but there was no Lev Honk. So it's probably called something else. Damn it. I could have sworn I had it. Let's, I'm gonna take one more gander and see if we can find it real quick, because it's fun to hear them honk. Ah, singing Lev. That's what it was. Okay. It was buffering, so I'll have to resolve that. Hold on a second. Lev was also raised by normal cats for a while, so that's probably why his honk is more of like a, you know? It's like the second half of a meow. He do be spitting facts. Yeah, you tell him, Lev. Like, I'd vote for him, you know? Truly, one of God's finest creatures. All right, let's find someone to raid out. If anyone doesn't know and they're still here, I stream Pokemon Terraria for the next 2 weeks, every Monday through Thursday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. Let's see if someone is doing Terraria, since it wouldn't make sense to raid someone playing Pokemon now that I'm doing Terraria. Let's see. Ideally, they're playing Calamity. I guess we can go with this, and hopefully they are actively streaming and allow raids, because not everyone does. Okay, yeah, this will work. We're gonna snooze that. Let's make sure that's actually how you do their name. It is. We love that. All right, let's send them some love. They're also playing Terraria, but I don't know if it's modded. It didn't say their thing is modded. I will see everyone tomorrow. Take care. Thank you for being here. I wouldn't be able to do this without all your support, whether it be actively chatting or lurking. I am also working on getting emotes done. I have to figure out which emotes, what emotions I want them to convey, since I only have so many slots.